people are very nice, and the food was very good, which I didn't expect, I must admit. And the matter of skills was very nice because it's not such a big jam. It's still small, but you know, it's a nice size. And the people were nice. They were not too pushy and so on. And the wall was nice, so I had a really good time.
And did you have time to look at what other Russian writers did yesterday, or did you leave earlier?
Yeah, we saw what other writers did in the night. So we saw it in a really bad light. But I know there are some very good writers here, so and it looked good in the light.
And do you know any Russian graffiti writers besides those who were present yesterday?
Yeah. Well, through my book, I had contact with a couple, and I also saw stuff from St. Petersburg and so on. So I could see that the level is very high. I think it's in certain places. And what I really like about Russian graffiti artists is that you have some artists here that have a certain style that you find nowhere else, and this is very rare in this time with the internet.
And talking about the book, how did you come up with an idea of making street phones, and are you planning to publish any other books?
Yeah. Well, the street phones idea I had for several years actually, because I was a little bit annoyed about so many bad graffiti books, and especially with all the street art movement, they were all on street art and characters, and nobody really cared about typography anymore. And I just wanted to bring the focus back to what it is about, and this is graffiti writing, so it's about letters. And I also wanted to come up with a new concept that hasn't been there before, and a book that I would be interested in reading. So basically, first I started off a series on typography books, just on graffiti writing, and then I kind of put all the ideas into one and said you can communicate it all with alphabets. And I'm waiting for my publishers to tell me how the book is going. And if it's going well, then I hope I do another one. So it depends, I don't know yet. But I will definitely do a third book. I love books, and this is definitely not the last one.
And today, as you already said, it seems like quite a lot of famous writers tend to pay more attention to effects and technique rather than letter forms. What do you think about this trend, and why is it happening?
Well, the thing is, it's of course easier to find new shapes that don't mean anything, designs and so on, because it also is similar to the design movement, for example. You can see sometimes in the graffiti walls that it's similar to something that you see in the adverts and something like that. And it's easier to come up with crazy color schemes. It's more difficult to come up with new letter shapes, I think. And basically a lot of people, especially when you start writing or when you are not a writer, you are more attracted to colors, to shapes. You don't really care about the letter form by itself because you are not able to read it yet or to understand the differences. And so of course it's easier to get fame and to get appreciation faster just through technique than through the letter shape. And so I think this is a trend, especially for the young kids who start out. It's much faster to get credibility.
Yeah. So any piece of advice for the young graffiti writers?
Whenever I gave workshops, I always said it's all about the letter shapes. So the first thing you have to do is, for example, trying simple letters, and then going from there. Don't try to do a round sound straight away because it's never going to work.
And you said that some of the Russian writers have some uniqueness about them. And I wanted to ask, what should Russian writers do to be noticed more broadly by the international graffiti community?
I think even though the internet exists and people check out walls and stuff on the internet, it is extremely important that you go places yourself. If possible, travel. If it's in your country, it doesn't matter. But traveling is the key to get known. Even though there is the internet and the media, people will notice you much more when you are there on the spot.
Yeah, I know that you've been traveling a lot lately, so could you please tell us a few words about the most interesting and most exciting trips that you made over the last couple of years?
This year I was in South America, quite a lot, Colombia and Mexico. I love South America because the people are more open-minded towards graffiti. You see a lot of murals in the streets, not just graffiti, but like painted walls, and the houses are very colorful. I like that a lot. But I guess my most exciting trip yet was at the end of 2006. I went to Lebanon, and at that time the country was at the edge of a war, and so I painted my wall while in the next row people were shooting. So this was a quite crazy situation. And I was happy that I got out of the country in the end, because it wasn't sure if they would close the airport. So I think Lebanon was the craziest I've done so far.
I see. And the last question: what's the role of spray paint brands in creating world graffiti stars and promoting talented writers all over the world?
I think like at the moment there are lots of new spray paint brands coming up, and they try to compete with the big ones, you know. And basically, I think it's really good, because all the competition between the companies is great for us, because they improve the colors more without making them more expensive, you know. So and they come up with new tools and new ideas, and I think, I mean, we talked about technique, and that people like rely more on technique than on letter shapes. But I think that a technique can bring you to new letter shapes. For example, I'm working with transparent paint a lot, and it's a totally different way of working. So you are forced to do different letters than you would do, because you cannot do everything that you can do with like regular paint. And